everybody, my name is Yoshi Stack, and it's my channel's 3-year anniversary. On this day, 3 years ago now, I was just so excited about the then upcoming Super Mario RPG remake that I decided, in my infinite wisdom, to record myself playing through the original version of the game and post it onto the internet for, well, presumably no one to watch, but I mean, I'm still here 3 years later, so I guess I did something right. Now, we're in a bit of a similar situation because Nintendo recently announced that they are once again remaking Ocarina of Time now for the Switch 2, and I thought it'd be a fun way to both celebrate that news and my anniversary by playing through the last time they remade Ocarina of Time on the 3DS. See how different it's going to be from the new one once we get more news about that. I also picked Ocarina 3D because, well, this is the version that I grew up playing. I'm aware some people's bones just turned to dust hearing me say that, and I'd apologize, but I don't really mean it. But if you're still willing to watch me play through the game after that, I'm happy to have you along for the ride with me, and let's get into it, shall we? In the vast, deep forest of Hyrule, long have I served as the guardian spirit. I am known as the Deku Tree. The children of the forest, the Kokiri, live here with me. Each Kokiri has his or her own guardian fairy. However, there is one boy who does not have a fairy. This is a fact that disturbs him greatly. That hurt to do a little more than I thought it was going to. That's what I get for trying to be dramatic. My voice only goes so deep. I'm also not a professional at talking, let alone voice acting. Also, the video game's lying to me. There's a fairy with Link right there, so don't you tell— actually, you know what, it's fine, and we don't need to talk about— no, it's all good. It's all good? No. Well, I guess that's how Link dies. Anyway. Navi, where art thou? Come hither. Oh, Navi the fairy, listen to my words, the words of the Deku Tree. In the way I often speak about myself in the third person. Maybe it's a tree thing, I don't know. Dost thou sense it? The climate of evil descending upon this realm. They call it climate change. Malevolent forces even now are mustering to attack our land of Hyrule. For so long, the Kokiri Forest, the source of life, has stood as a barrier, deterring outsiders and maintaining the order of the world. I was joking about the climate change thing, but that actually fits alarmingly well. Man, even Hyrule has to deal with that crap. That sucks. But before this tremendous evil, even my power is as nothing. It seems the time has come for the boy without a fairy to begin his journey. The youth whose destiny it is to lead Hyrule to the path of justice and truth and green energy. Navi, go now. Find our young friend and guide him to me. I do not have much time left. Fly, Navi, fly! The fate of the forest, nay, the world, depends upon thee. So, you know, in true Zelda fashion, it's a very low-stakes plot. Nothing big going on. Just, you know, it's whatever. And we get our first big cutscene here, where really this is just kind of to show off. I think in both versions, really, because I mean the original is going to be like, hey, it's the first 3D Zelda. Look at this world we've created. And in this version, it's like, hey, look at how much nicer this version looks compared to the N64 version, and it's on a handheld. You know, in that fashion, I just want to say, Star Fox 64 has gotten a remake on the Switch 2, and now Ocarina of Time is getting remade on the Switch 2. So, you know, Welcome back, Nintendo 3DS. We've missed you. Hello, Link. Wake up. The Great Deku Tree wants to talk to you. Link, get up. You know, that's relatable. Hey, come on. Can Hyrule's destiny really depend on such a lazy boy? You know, cut him a little slack. He's a growing boy. Also, he's sleeping on what appears to be just a piece of wood with a blanket draped over it. So I don't think he's getting much, good sleep anyway. Nightmares aside. You finally woke up. I'm Navi the Fairy, everyone's favorite video game character. The Great Deku Tree asked me to be your partner from now on. Nice to meet you. The Great Deku Tree has summoned you, so let's get going. Right now. God, you're a pushy little thing, aren't you? And yeah, we're thrown straight into the game here, and look how nice this looks. It looks even nicer than it does on the 3DS normally, and that's through the power of better resolutions on emulators. Emulators are a fantastic tool for so many reasons, including this one. But yeah, let's venture out and see what the world has in store for us here in the Kokiri forest. And the first thing actually here is someone running up to us with quite the trot going on. Wow. Yahoo! Hi, Link! Seems like she wants to talk, and we could climb down this ladder to do that like a normal person, or we could just do a sick backflip from the top of that. Yeah, that was real cool, wasn't it? Wow, a fairy! Yeah, I mean, I guess that's cool too. Nothing about the backflip though? Yeah, okay. Finally, a fairy came to you, Link. Wow, that's great news. I'm so happy for you. Now you're a true Kokiri, Link. Is that right? The Great Deku Tree has summoned you. It's quite an honor to talk to the Great Deku Tree. I'll wait for you here. Get going. Go see the Great Deku Tree. I've said the word Great Deku Tree so many times now, it doesn't sound like real words anymore. I mean, one of them isn't, but you get what I mean. But yeah, the game now lets you just run around this entire area, and it's a pretty decent-sized area for it being like our beginning area here. I mean, keeping in mind when it came out. And oh, we're doing this already, are we? The Great Deku Tree has summoned you. Please come with me. Yeah, if you've never played Ocarina of Time before, Navi's a little infamous for being a very early implementation of Nintendo's, like, helpful hint kind of systems, and she does that by just randomly shouting, "Hey, listen!" to you until you listen to what she has to say. And yeah, it's a little annoying. Not as bad as some parts of the internet make it out to be, but I get it. But yeah, there's a lot to look at, but Great Deku Tree's meadow is this way, so since Navi's so insistent, we should head over there and... Wow. This guy's got some moves. I will give him that. And unfortunately, he's also really good at sidestepping, so he's not gonna let us through. Hey, buddy. Hey, you, Mr. No Fairy. What's your business with the Great Deku Tree? That a fairy? You're not even a real man. 10 out of 10 lines, 0 notes. Game of the year. What? You've got a fairy? Say what? The Great Deku Tree actually summoned you? What? But he summoned you and not the Great Mido. This isn't funny. I don't believe it. You aren't even fully equipped yet. How do you think you're gonna help the Great Deku Tree without both a sword and shield ready? What? You're right, I don't have my equipment ready, but... If you want to pass through here, you should at least equip a sword and a shield. Sheesh. And yeah, that's the game's way of saving your butt, because trying to get through a Zelda game without a sword and a shield is kind of asking for a disaster. And if you don't believe me, look at any randomizer run that also randomizes the placement of those things. But yeah, this is our opportunity to look around some places. And you're having... No, I'd like to talk to him, thank you. That meanie Mido was making me cut the grass at Saria's house. Mido told Saria he would do it so she would like him, but I'm the one doing all the work. You and Saria are close friends, so will you help me cut the grass? You keep anything you find while cutting it. I left my lawnmower at my not forest house, and doing it by hand sounds like a terrible thing. So I'm gonna leave you to do that. There's not much to see in most of the houses from what I remember. A lot of this it's tutorial stuff, so you know, we're not gonna spend too much time on it. You're also having a time. A by the stone, pick it up. A by the stone, pick it up. Mean old Mido, he's making me pick up the rocks in front of his house. You don't seem to be doing a very good job of it. I mean, look, I can just do this. Maybe Link is just an abnormally strong child. And maybe these rocks are just abnormally fragile too, because like, wow, they're just breaking without like anything going. Oh, I just threw that at her. Oh my God, I'm so sorry. Are you okay? Yes, let's talk about the fairy that finally came to me. That's a better thing. Now you have a lot to learn. The best place to go to learn some new skills is in the Forest Training Center. It's on the hill just above here. Yeah, let's do that and not focus on the fact that I almost just hit you in the head with a big old rock. Okay, and yeah, there's a bunch of signs to read too. Well, we don't have a sword yet, so that's unhelpful. What do you say? Hole of L. Let's go through this small hole. Yeah, okay, video game. It's just telling you that, you know, you as a child, you know, your child-sized body can fit through these, you know, small gaps and crawl through them. But Hole of L, that's a name. I'm assuming that's called Hole of Z in the original version, because that's the button you use to, you know, move the camera around like the way I'm doing. Okay, we're gonna head over here though, and yeah, there's just like an Indiana Jones boulder rolling around protecting this, I guess. That's a way of doing it, but visit the house of the Know-It-All Brothers to get answers to all your item-related questions. I'm good. I can do that faster than they can. In the meantime, we're gonna open this chest because inside is the Kokiri sword. This is the hidden treasure of the Kokiri. If you can borrow it for a while, be sure to practice with it before you really fight. And yeah, we do have to equip it first by going to our gear menu, where we can also see we've got on a Kokiri tunic, a humble but comfortable green garment. Everyone in the Kokiri forest wears one. And here's our sword. Go ahead and tap on that to equip it. A short blade suitable for a child. This sword is a treasure of the Kokiri. And yeah, we've got a sword now. Oh, and yeah, you can stab signs. You can't read them when you do that anymore. You can't read them, but it is fun. All right. Well, that is half of what we need to grab. So that's one thing down, but we still have a shield to get. And oh my God, please get through the Hole of L, Link. You know, your name begins with an L. This should be fine for you. But yeah, over here it'll teach you a bunch of things you can, you know, do with your sword. You know, kind of a combo slash thing. If you hold the button, you can do old school spin attack, and you can target stuff by holding L, which actually, now that I think about it, I want to change that to switch, so that way I don't have to hold the button. Also, I have to turn motion controls off, because that's not an option on an emulator, at least not for me. I don't have a controller that will let me do that. But what do you have to say? Oh, you have a fairy now? That's great, Link. What? You've been called by the great Deku Tree? What an honor. He may give you a special gift to you. That's because the great Deku Tree is our father, the forest guardian, and he gave life to all of us Kokiri. I have questions. I don't think I want them answered, though. Look, I know there's I'm gonna preface all of this right now by saying I am a casual Zelda fan. Like, I know some stuff, but I don't have, like, you know, a bunch of lore stuff memorized. So, you know, if I get something wrong or I ask a question, like, people can answer it, but like, just don't be like, oh my God, you're a fake fan. You don't know about, you know, this thing. Just putting it out there. People in my comments are generally very nice, and I don't expect that to change, but, you know, just in case. If you're new around here. Oh God. You want me to talk to you? Hi. Yes, that's how you use a fairy. It's so great that you finally have a fairy partner. teach you how to talk to people using your fairy. I know what she means, but just the idea of being like, Navi, I don't want to talk to people, you do it, is very funny. I'd like a fairy that would talk to people for me. When a fairy flies near a person or thing, press L to look in that direction. If you use L targeting, you can talk to people from a distance like we're doing now. When you have nothing that you can target, you can press L to just look forward. Try it. And yeah. That's a thing you can do. I have to admit, that's a very clever thing that they came up with for 3D Zelda. Anyway, this is the Kokiri shop, and this is where the shield is. Unfortunately, it costs 40 rupees. Rupees are the currency of this game if you've never played a Zelda game before, and we have 25 of them currently. As of right now, we can hold a max of 99. I don't know why a bunch of children living in the forest have a need for, you know, money or the concept of capitalism, but this is what we have going on. What do you have to say? Shop. It sells things you can get in the forest for free. See, she understands what's going on. It's a ripoff. You know how to use the Deku shield? I don't even own one yet, so we're not gonna worry about this. Yeah. We almost have enough. We just need to get a little bit more. I can help you cut the grass now. It does feel very dangerous to just have, you know, run around. Yeah, Link is like a 10-year-old just running around with a knife. Oh god, don't jump off, Link. It does feel very dangerous to be doing this. Oh. Sorry, I've never had that happen before. Yeah, I came all the way up here. I'm a real man. It's a great view. Oh, that was good. Okay, I almost have enough. I should be good just by jumping through here. Yep, because for some reason that gives you 5 rupees. I don't know why, it just does. All right. Give me that shield. Yep. I would not like to buy anything. I have $3 to my name. I can't buy anything with that in this economy. But here we've got the Deku shield, a child-sized wooden shield. It's light, but also flammable. I'm sure that won't ever become an issue at all. But with that, we now, with the R button, can use our shield. We can kneel like this, or by L targeting, we can, you know, kind of strafe around. And I meant to do a backflip to show that off. I'm good at video games. Said no one ever. All right, what's in, oh my god, pots. We can't throw, you know, pull out our sword and doors, but we can throw pots and take the contents inside. Haha. Oh my god, please ignore the fact that I just robbed you. My sister took some rupees and went shopping to that store with the red roof. I hope these weren't the rest of your savings. Speaking of rupees, a green one is worth 1, a blue one is worth 5, and a red one is worth 20. Yeah, just... you didn't see anything! Okay. I believe most of the other houses is just, like, general information stuff. So, I think we're good to go. Look at what I got the goods now, Mido. Let me through. Yeah, I got the goods. Eh? What's that? Oh, you have a Deku shield. And what's that? Is that the Kokiri sword? Good grief. Well, even with all that stuff, a wimp is still a wimp, huh? I, the great Mido, will never accept you as one of us. Shoot. How did you get to be the favorite of Sari and the great Deku Tree, huh? Grumble, grumble. And he's gonna go storm off over here and get out of our way. He no longer has the moves, though, so I guess we depressed him that much. But we can now continue forward. And, in doing so, encounter our first enemies. And anytime you lock onto an enemy, Navi will pop up to give you some helpful information. A Deku Baba. Though it looks withered, it will hurt you if you touch it. That is the case with most enemies in video games, Navi. I know you're not aware you're in a video game. That is how these things generally work. Okay. And by killing it, We get a big stick! Link is like a dog. He's just so excited about getting a stick. This is our first instance of getting an item. All right, let's go ahead and do that. And yeah, that's the wrong button. I have to use the touch screen. I have to remember that's still the wrong button. Oh my god. This is what I was looking for. Okay. This is the Deku stick, a long stick taken from the Deku Tree. It can be swung or lit and used as a torch. And we can go ahead and equip that to one of our slots here just by hitting Y. And now when we hit Y, we pull out a big old stick. How nice is that? We can use these sticks as a longer sword because it's got more of a reach. It does, also, being a stick though, it is fragile, so it can break. So, be careful with that. Anyway. Let's move on to here. Great Deku Tree, I'm back! And that, oh my god, a big old tree with a mustache. I know we saw it before, but actually seeing it attached to the face is something. Do you think he has to shave? Whatever. Oh, Navi, thou hast returned. Link, welcome. Listen carefully to what I, the Deku Tree, am about to tell thee. I guess he just does do that. Okay. Thy slumber these past moons must have been restless and full of nightmares. As the servants of evil gain strength, a vile climate pervades the land and causes nightmares to those sensitive to it. Verily, thou hast felt it. Link, the time has come to test thy courage. I have been cursed. I need thee to break the curse with thy wisdom and courage. Not power, though. We don't talk about that one. Dost thou have the courage enough to undertake this task? No. Perhaps thou dost not have confidence in thy abilities. I thought it was going to be a but thou must situation. Return to the Kokiri forest and learn the skills of combat. When thou art ready, return here and speak to me by using L. I didn't think it was going to let me do that. Okay, oops. No, we're good. Yeah, I know, you need, yeah, I do. I do have enough courage. Then enter, brave Link, and thou too, Navi. Navi the fairy, thou must aid Link. And Link, when Navi speaks, listen well to her words of wisdom. Yeah, we'll do that. We'll do that, but we will do that next time, because I'm going to go ahead and call it here. I still don't have an outro, but if you made it this far, thank you so much for putting up with me, and I hope you'll join me next time where we venture in to the Great Deku Tree and take on our first dungeon. See you then.